again here on 2nd and 10. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Go. 120. Listen. Black, come on.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Gone! All right, now look at 56.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. On 2nd down, Jackson. Looking deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Eagles offense back out onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
There we go. Back. 180.
Here's Wentz to throw. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Working from the gun, Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Lion.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. Oh, some strong running.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On second down, here's Jackson. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Watch it now, Barney.
On third down, it's Hunt, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They're going to go for it now, 4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the first down at the 1-yard line, though. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season, and the Ravens will add on to their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Better drop something else, baby. Watch tight end. Tight right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Throwing is Wentz. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Into the red zone. Wentz looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. This is Hunt. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do?
And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd.
Thinking pass all the way.
From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Throwing on 1st is Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Wentz. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing is Jackson. His throw incomplete. Derek Kindred there to get a hand on that one. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he completes it to Hunt. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And give them a gain of 37.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hayden Hurst, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Wentz going to throw. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. Excellent field position after the face mask penalty. 1st and 10 out near midfield. Now it's Hunt. Room to run inside the 40. Breaks the tackle. Now an alley. And finally marked down at the 23. That one 28 yards on the ground.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Jackson. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that one ups the lead to 22-0. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal, please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
They'll start out on the ground with a Johnny. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Wentz now on 1st down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Anthony Averett picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at...
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Lefty, lefty.
A final shot before half for Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys.
And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 46 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. In for the score. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And out a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Now a play fake. Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Ravens have got it. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
But we were out of practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 10 yards away. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he missed it again. The 4th time now in this game alone. And that has to be great cause for concern over on that sideline. Now Tucker to add the PAT. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell.